Get up there, my boy. Get in there, you big stiff dosser. Come on. That big dosser got pinged all over the shop, didn't he? Do you know what? Seriously, I would be worried if you've had a beef with me in the past right now. Tyson Fury banged up last night, big time. Tate's getting banged up soon. Conor McGregor's fighting soon. I do have to worry about him because things aren't looking good, mate. But we have to be fair to Fury because I do have a lot in common with him. You know, we're both bald, fat, and neither of us are heavyweight champion of the world. And actually, neither of us are undefeated fighters. We're practically brothers, Tyson. I don't have the love handles, just to be clear, if you want to distinguish between the two. Tyson Fury took his first loss last night, yeah. And, you know, as Big John says, men may perform mountains. And Oleksandr Usyk is a mountain that no man born from his mother can climb. The greatest man ever born, Oleksandr Usyk, the real heavyweight king, the real greatest of this era. No doubt left in anyone's mind now. Tyson Fury, sit down, because the real heavyweight king has arrived. It's funny quoting Big John as well, because, you know, he started this week off bullying a man half his size, and Tyson Fury ended this week off getting bullied by a man half his size. Is that karma? I think that might be karma. Oh, the little rabbit. Usyk told us this would happen. He said, don't be afraid, I will not leave you alone. And he stalked him round that ring like he was baby reindeer. It was beautiful, wasn't it? And apparently that little jumped up middleweight who Fury didn't need to fight because he was just a middleweight anyway, actually pretty fucking good. Maybe Fury didn't want to fight him because he knew that's what would fucking happen. Now, as much as I can give him credit for his efforts in the ring, we can't rewrite history here. As great as that fight was, we'll never ever forget, the streets remember, this fight would not have happened unless His Excellency made Tyson Fury an offer he couldn't refuse. This would never have happened. We would have watched boxing history play out with Fury never fighting Usyk and Usyk never getting what he deserved and the fans not getting what we deserved, which is to know who the fuck is number one. That is all Usyk ever wanted, was the chance to prove he was the greatest. And last night, he did it. We are looking at the greatest heavyweight, possibly the greatest boxer entirely of this generation. Because yes, there's other pound for pound fighters out there, but are they getting in the ring with a man who currently, as they're getting in the ring, has 40 pounds on him? Are they fuck? And that's why you're pound for pound number one, Usyk. And for anyone who wants to do mental gymnastics of who really won the fight, because I mean, surely not. But if there is anyone trying their hardest to find a way in their imagination that Fury even come close to winning this fight, he landed 135 punches to Oleksandr Usyk's 185. That's a 50 punch difference, which is a lot. In terms of power shots, Fury apparently landed 23, Usyk landed 51, more than double. There isn't an argument, but just in case there's anyone out there, that's data, that's not my opinion, facts don't care about your feelings, it's the truth. I don't know why I'm even saying that, to be honest, because the fact that Tyson Fury was so fucked up off of Oleksandr Usyk that he started wishing everyone Happy New Year in May should give away the level of brain damage he suffered in that fight. And actually tweeted after the fight why he said that, because the fight was originally scheduled for the 23rd of December last year. So he hit Tyson Fury so hard, so many times, that he thought it was 2023. He knocked him into last year, literally. Happy New Year! It's fucking May. Anytime anyone says to me, Fury won, Happy New Year, that's what I'm coming back with, you fucker. Don't be stupid. But to talk about that weight disadvantage, this is the biggest weight disadvantage a fighter has had to overcome to beat a lineal champion in like 90 years, apparently. That's how unbelievable an achievement this is for Usyk. And I said before the fight, this will not be about a good big man beats a good little man. It will be a guy who moves well for a big man in there with one of the greatest moving fighters in boxing ever. And that ring IQ that Usyk has made it so that even though he was the smaller man, by 40 pounds and however many inches in height, he still fought like he was the bigger man. He was the predator and Fury was the prey. Fury was running around the ring all fucking night as Usyk stalked him down. That's not supposed to happen when you're that much smaller than the other guy. It's insane. But he knows exactly how to put pressure on you and exactly how to break his opponents down mentally and physically. And he did it from the opening fucking round. So in round one, as I predicted, Usyk was straight into him. I said in my predictions and all the run-up, Usyk found Anthony Joshua's chin very quickly in that first round, landed a big backhand on AJ, and that he would do the same thing to Fury. He did exactly that. And we have never seen Fury in his entire career look that nervous in a first round, ever. He was biting on everything. He was constantly in a state of panic. And when he would take a big shot, he would try and play it off to the crowd. But the reality was, you can celebrate all you like and play it to the crowd. You're not responding with punches. You're getting out punched straight away. And some people who don't know what the fuck they're looking at will buy that, right? And that's why he's doing it. Round 2 starts exactly the same. Usyk gets straight into him with a big 1-2 straight down the pipe. And Fury punches himself in the chin afterwards to play it off. Mate, we're not buying that. We know exactly what the fuck's going on. You're getting outlanded here. So the better shots again were landed by Usyk in round 2, although Fury did start getting some nice, good little sneaky body shots in there. And with those long arms, to be fair to Fury, and I will give him credit for this fight because he had some amazing moments and he put on a good performance. Some of those body shots where he was sneaking them in, they looked beautiful. But Usyk was just landing the better shots early on. And Usyk himself went to the body in round 3, lands a big left hook on the head of Tyson Fury in that round. These rounds weren't like one-way traffic. Fury was landing little bits and pieces, but it was just clear to me anyway that Usyk was landing the better shots throughout the first 3 rounds, as I said he would in the prediction. Now Fury did start outlanding Usyk in round 4, in my opinion. I think he stepped on the gas because he's clearly aware, all right, I'm getting outlanded here, I need to try a bit harder. Right. And this is where Usyk gets you, because although Fury's having success, Usyk is staying right in your face. So you're not getting all of the time and the energy saved back from a lack of pressure from your opponent. If you look at the way Dillian White fought him, for example, Fury could have taken a nap and woke up and come back and fought, right? Usyk stayed right in his face, drained that gas tank, so that even though you might be winning this round, I'm planning your downfall for later in this fucking fight, pal. And you're working hard right now. Just the same way Tony Bellew worked hard. This was very reminiscent of the Tony Bellew fight, and that Bellew, much like Fury, is a very slick, intelligent fighter. Sneaks things in that you don't really see coming. But he made Bellew work really hard, and there was a moment after a good few rounds where Bellew looked like he was coming into the fight, and all of a sudden that gas tank had gone. I feel like he lulled Fury into the same false sense of security and made him work really hard. In round 5, loads of good body shots from Fury. Usyk not really throwing as much, and like I do think Usyk is very tactical and that he often will take a round off, but not in a way that's obvious. He still maintains that front foot pressure and where his foot position is to keep you in a state of panic, but he might not be throwing that many shots. He's recovering, but he's not allowing you to recover. So while he may not be landing the better shots and winning the round, he's still working you. In round 6, Fury lands a beautiful uppercut, which Usyk takes very, very well. Again, Usyk's chin is massively underrated. People think because he's not the biggest guy that he can't take a shot. He took AJ's best shots. That's why I was confident he was going to win this fight. Because if AJ can't hurt you, who the fuck can, really? And part of the problem for AJ and Fury is, yeah, you land that one big shot on him, but you're working so hard that you can't follow it up with more punches. That's why I gave Usyk a real chance of finishing Fury, even though Wilder didn't. Because Wilder lands that one shot on you and he needs time to recover. He can't keep throwing. With Usyk, he may not have that one-shot power, but he's going to keep touching you. He's going to hit you more than anyone ever hit you before in your fucking life. And can you take that? And as we found out later on in the fight, Fury almost couldn't. And from round 7 onwards was where Usyk just stepped the level up, just like he did with all the rest of them, and was where Fury slowly but surely drowned. Yeah, Fury lands a good shot here and there throughout the fight, but Usyk had drained the best of Tyson Fury out of him. And now was just about keeping the pressure on and waiting for the right moment. That round was the most devastating one so far in the fight, and it ended with Fury's nose smashed in. He looked beaten up by that point, and the worst was yet to come. In round 9, Fury looked more vulnerable than I've ever seen him in a boxing ring before in my life. Before the big shots even came. And you can see he's trying to mount some sort of offense, and he throws a few body shots, they do nothing to Usyk. This notion that Usyk can't take a body shot, by the way, everyone who said he's weak to the body, he can't take a body shot, you are talking absolute shit. And that was proven in this fight. Because Fury landed plenty of good body shots. They didn't work, all right? I'm sure they hurt him to some degree, but they didn't like do anywhere near the damage that they were supposed to for a guy who's supposedly weak at the body. And right in the middle of some of those body shots, Usyk unleashes hell on Tyson Fury. He was bouncing around them ring ropes like he was a fucking WWE wrestler, mate. Barely standing up. Those ropes kept him up. And just as you think he's going to go down, bam, bam, another 2 from Usyk. He's fucking like, what the fuck? Fury's head was spinning. And he finally wilts into the corner as Usyk has got that fucking fist cocked back and ready to take the fucking head clean off his shoulders. The referee jumps in. I was thinking he'd waved it off. He gives him a standing count, but he jumped in before the final blow could be given. Fury got saved right at that moment by that referee. If that...
That's my boy. You guys thought that I wasn't going to do. I know a lot of people ask me, man, have you seen True Geordie? I said, no, this is the first time. I wanted to be authentic. I wanted to look at it in its entirety. I will look at the rest later. I'll leave the link below to let you guys check it out. Needs no introduction. True Geordie and his counterpunch on Usyk versus Tyson Fury. And I can say Usyk versus Tyson Fury because Usyk is the champion. Happy New Year! Listen, I think if anything, man, I was waiting for this, but I was waiting for the right time because I did a lot of videos and stuff like that, and I did wonder that. I'm like, what New Year is it? What New Year are we talking about? New Year's was 5 months ago. You know what I mean? And yeah, that just shows you, though, he did take damage that he wasn't aware of. You know what I mean? And I hope he mentioned that, that Russian Ukrainian war just because he wasn't really thinking the right way. Because he wasn't thinking like, hey, maybe that's not a thing to say right now after I got my ass whooped by a guy from the Ukraine, so listen, everything he said was spot on, and I wanted to add to that. First off, Tony Bellew witnessed the same thing because Tony Bellew, he also had Usyk beating Tyson in the prediction, but he had him beating Tyson because he knows his own ability. Also, on top of that, that's another fighter that Tyson Fury never fought that he should have fought when he was on his cocaine hiatus. Okay, and booze hiatus and whatever hiatus, mental illness. Yeah, that'll cause you mental illness, drinking and doing that. It'll cause you mental illness. It'll cause you just not to think properly, okay? That was a guy that he could have fought. But that particular guy knew what it was like to be in there with him. And he knew, like, no, because the way Usyk does this, I thought I had him. Obviously, clearly, I did not. Okay, I did not have him at all. I thought I did, but I didn't. And we're looking at a guy that puts that pressure on you, and he does not let you breathe, and that's the work rate. That's what all that crazy conditioning is for. And now I think more about it. A lot of people thought to me and said to me and asked me, like, hey, what about Oleksandr Usyk? Will Oleksandr Usyk be able to withstand the wear and tear from double training camps? Sometimes people can get overtrained where it's not good for their body. They're drained. They're not where they should be because they've already peaked months ago. Now they're just overdoing it. They're wearing their ligaments, their joints. Okay, they're doing all that. They're wearing that down. No, not if you're accustomed to working and training like Oleksandr Usyk. See, Oleksandr Usyk is accustomed to training like that. And a lot of people forgot that. How long did he train for Anthony Joshua? What about? Think about it. How long did he train for Anthony Joshua? Months, bro. And then you have guys like Tyson Fury. I only train for 4 to 5 weeks. I don't do that. We're professionals. Well, obviously you didn't put it into hyper gear, and you didn't consider the fact that guy trains like that anyway. Okay, and True Geordie was the guy, of course, has been legend of Tyson Fury coming on the platform and him telling him, oh, he's not in my level, he's not in my league, he's not in my generation. I'm like, well, what do you mean not in your generation? What are you talking about? He's older than you by a year and a half at least. Okay, because I know Tyson, he will turn, 36? Where Usyk is already 37, right? So I don't know what the hell you're talking about, him and Joe Joyce. And those are the guys that Joe Joyce got finished smashing his honorary gypsy brother, Joseph Parker. So, and when seeing that, and Fury was front and center, Joyce made a believer out of him, so he was also on that no, I'm not fighting Joe campaign, okay? So he didn't want to fight any of those guys until True Geordie was like, well, hey, in a nice way, hey, what's the deal with you, Tyson? Why not fight these guys? Why are you fighting Derek Chisora? And that was right before the Derek Chisora fight. And I guess he felt offended. You don't know what you're talking about. You're not a professional. You bald-headed Tulsa. Bars. But now it's time to counterpunch and reflect on the things that you say that you could do easily that you clearly could not. The stalling tactics, the whole lies and deceit with, hey, I'm training. Wait, my trainer says, no, I'm not, says my trainer. So listen, a lot was involved in this, and it all came down to a head for Tyson Fury. Yes, he did well, but no, he wasn't the better man in the ring. He was not, and he is not the best fighter that came out his mouth.
Mom, your video. Hey.
Okay. So you guys asked for it, you got it. Me and my man, True Geordie, you guys thought I was gonna forget. No. I was just waiting for the right time, and the right time is now. You guys tell me what you think of True Geordie's breakdown of Usyk dispatching Tyson the Gypsy King. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!